Welcome everyone. The current energies at play in your life is today's timeless pick a card. Today we have three options, option 1 on the left, option 2 in the middle, and option 3 on the right hand side. Take a deep breath with me. And exhale. Timestamps are below. If you need more time to choose, you can pause the video now. See you there. Welcome everyone who chose this Dragonfly Spirit. This is going to be your reading about the current energies at play in your life. The number 22 could be relevant as well as the number 4. And we have Truth Transcends Illusion. Okay, so we already have a lot of information coming from this card alone. The number 22, you're on the right path, just so you know, especially 2 plus 2 is a 4 if you're being disciplined, okay? With the Dragonfly Spirit here, you're being spiritually protected, and at the same time, you're undergoing a deep spiritual transformation where truth is becoming more important than living in the illusion and the comfortability of the illusion. The illusion has become uncomfortable, and now you're being kind of like kicked out of your comfort zone. You just can't stay there anymore, is what I'm seeing here. Okay, so if you resonate with this, then this is your reading, and we can keep on going with the other decks of cards. All right. So 22, you could be seeing the number 22 everywhere. 22 could be a significant age for you. The 22nd of a month, the 4th of a month. April could be a significant month. And, you know, I normally don't do this, but this one's just calling me. This one fell to the floor, and it's the Shaman, okay? I don't normally take floor cards, but for some reason today, I'm just being told to take it, okay? And this, I feel this has to do with a path that you're on or you've been on in some way. I feel with the Shaman in this case, there have been some spiritual information. There has been some spiritual information here that I'm picking up, you've been receiving upside down, or it's not quite the truth, and you're seeing the truth beyond. Spiritual information is not all the same, right? And so what I'm picking up with the Shaman here is that you probably did find a shaman, or there's something about shamanism here. But what I want to say is that there's something about you spiritually, about your spiritual beliefs that are changing. So what I'm picking up is someone here who used to hold certain spiritual beliefs, and those beliefs that you used to hold are now being tested and confronted, and you are now, there's a change here. There's a change of heart, a change of view. Because I'm also picking up here that, well, first of all, let's look at the number. We have the number 16, which is the number 7, definitely the spiritual path here. It's like you're realizing that something's not resonating with you anymore, and there's a change going on with something that is no longer resonating, because there was a certain view that you had, or a certain practice or something that became more hurtful and painful than... And I know we need to go through the ups and downs to heal. You know, sometimes if we have an open wound and we put something on there to disinfect it, then it has to burn. But that's not what I'm talking about. It's like you've been facing burn after burn after burn with no real growth, or it's like not the growth that you thought you were going to have. And, or it's just that you didn't expect, or you expected things to be easier, and the spiritual growth that you're undergoing is actually quite painful. And it doesn't mean it's wrong or right. It just means that sometimes the spiritual path doesn't mean also that you're going to have instant relief. But what I'm saying, what I think is coming through here is that if what is happening in your life is just weird, and you feel like you're doing good and being attacked, then it means you're on the right path. It's just that you were expecting to maybe things to get easier, and they're not getting easier. And it's part of the process that they're not getting easier. Another thing is if you're getting like really weird or you've experienced that you're the one having the weird behaviors and the weird outcomes due to certain decisions that you've been making. Like, for example, manifestation, and you're getting what you want, but then you're getting a bunch of other things that, in order for you to get that thing that you want, had to adjust, and they're things that you don't want. So it's almost like the universe had to rearrange things in order for one thing to come through, either because the way you did your manifestation, you didn't contemplate the whole and you just focused on this one thing, or it's because the wanting something and the really going after something, even if you believe that it's something that you already have, the principles of manifestation, it could be that to rearrange your life in order to get that. If it's not in your natural path, then there's other things that could be falling or going really terribly wrong. And you're realizing that the word discipline is coming through really strongly. So if you want to hold on to anything right now, the right path would be discipline. And something about your growth and transformation is going to lead you to that path of discipline, especially if you have a talent to develop, rather than focusing so much on saying out loud a certain affirmation, which is great to believe in yourself. There's a point where I'm not going to want to say that you're going too far, but there needs to be more of a focus on discipline right now. It's almost like you've gone as far as you could with affirmations, and now you really need to put in the work when it comes to a certain talent that you have. Okay, that's definitely what I'm picking up here. What current energies are at play in your life right now? What else do you need to know? Yeah, hostilities. So I want to kind of clarify this hostilities, because the number 26 is 2 plus 6 is also an 8. There's something to do with something you're doing that is leading you to stable prosperity, especially if you're being disciplined, but there's people coming up against you and being hostile, and you having to deal with more hostilities the more you grow and the more you achieve things. Well, this reading is here to say that is natural. There's also a saying, Cristiano Ronaldo normally says that if you're working hard and getting achievements and starting to get a lot of enemies, he sees that as a, what's the word for it? As not encouragement, but he sees that as the sign that he doesn't take it, how do I put this? I kind of want to find the word to, he sees that as a compliment, okay? Instead of seeing that people coming against him as him or you or anyone achieving things is really uncomfortable and unfair, but it's just a natural response from people who haven't had it figured out or don't want to be disciplined, don't want to put in the work. And so if you are putting in the work, if you are being disciplined, if you are honing in on your talents and not just letting them, be, if you're really developing them and you're starting to see a growing hostility toward you, or if you're having a glow up and, it's just that people don't understand how you got there, or they think you're just lucky, and they think it's unfair, and so they will treat you unfairly, and it's because they're coming from a lower vibration. It's nothing to do with you, but it's a sign that you're doing something right. Or let's say you're having negative behaviors and you know this, right? And you're making bad choices. The hostilities could be coming because of that. And that's when you need to check yourself and ask yourself, am I making the right decisions? But deep down, and your intuition knows. So either you're already transforming, or there's a need to transform, or you have been transforming, and depending where you're at the journey, if you're in lower vibration, the hostilities are coming because you are coming toward the world and people and the energy with negativity, and you need to adjust that. I guess what I mean is that hostilities would be different in that case. It would be people like confronting you, And the other kind of hostility that could come against, so it's like hostility is going to happen either way unless you kind of fade into the background, and even so, energy tries to catch up with you, and it's how you respond to it that becomes really important right now, because there's going to be hostilities either way. It's just that one kind of hostility comes from the fact that you're growing, and the other one comes from the fact that people are confronting you with your behavior, and you need to kind of check yourself and see where you're at. But it's almost like the truth is there's going to be hostility. But, there's also a point where that hostility could come from a place of some involvement with ego or visibility. And there's something about you, but you're on this path toward peace regardless. And so there's a peace that you need to find within yourself here, regardless of how people respond, because people have all kinds of things going on. They could have a mental anguish. They could have envy, lower vibrational things that they have to deal with that really have nothing to do with you, but you're in this world. So you can either choose to disconnect from social media or certain people on your path, but there's always going to be a level of encountering if there's any visibility on your path, and that's natural, or if your behavior, if the universe, God wants you to correct your behavior and look at it, you'll also know it's sending people your way to kind of mirror that back to you, okay? So it could be for these two reasons, and it's all to get you on a path of more discipline toward, focusing on your goals, your long-term goals, your stability goals, your financial goals. That's the only thing you can do, and staying as high vibrational and peaceful inside as you can, and going back to that after you've been rattled for whatever hostility has happened around you, okay? Yes, but it seems like you're finding your flow, and there's harmony coming, and there's assistance, and there will be benefits from you just staying on your path, doing whatever you can to energize yourself, doing things on a daily, when you're not being interrupted with hostilities that are enjoyable, taking your time with things, not putting too much pressure on yourself, but doing things every day. Just keep doing things. Don't overthink things. Don't stress out or about what you have to do next. Just do it, really. It's all about just doing it. Just move through it. Make a plan and just get things done regardless of how you feel, right? Put your feelings aside and keep doing things. Keep, supporting people. Keep supporting yourself. Keep working on your talents. Keep working on your tasks, because the universe will come in and support you through whatever tribulations you're going through, okay? Even if you can't see that immediately. And sometimes that hostility and that pressure is there to kind of push you into the position that you're meant to be in. So it's about getting back up and not letting it take you down, because some people will, their goal is to see you stay down and not advance. So if you do that, you're going to be giving them that victory, right? And you want to give yourself the victory right now. Sorry, I just saw fork in the road and come to the edge. Not taking the come to the edge one, but the fork in the road. So it's like you're being pushed to make a decision very soon. And whatever decision you make, keep in mind 13 is a 4. Discipline is very important. Regardless of the path you choose, whatever path you choose will be a good one so long as you apply discipline, and so long as it is in tune with your intuition, and not necessarily, and you're doing a good thing, and not necessarily because other people are pushing you in a different direction. So have the courage to stay in the direction that you know is right for you, regardless of where people are trying to push you, because you're being invited to be courageous right now about the path you want in life, and to expand your life and to improve your life. especially if you are honing in on your talents and being disciplined, okay? Courage is needed, and to have courage, you have to be confident in yourself, and to be confident in yourself, there's some kind of daily practice or daily work and tasks and completing and working on your talents that needs to happen. Look, we have the Ten of Pentacles here. So the current energies at work in your life right now, at play in your life right now, is work hard, play hard. And the harder you work, there will be big, I'm seeing wealth here. I'm seeing stability. I'm seeing being able to pay for your home, or just leaving a legacy, working on a legacy, working on an empire, and being able to even employ people, provide for people, your family, people who need you, employees, that kind of thing. So it's like, be a good team player. Or if you're being a good team player, if you're being disciplined, responsible, hardworking, and you are managing to work with other people as a good team player, that will pay off, okay? And that is paying off in a very big way, if you ask me. So this is your confirmation that your hard work is leading you toward really good rewards, okay? The best rewards possible of long-term stability. So it's going to work out for you, whatever you're doing in life, okay? Be that business, entertainment, healing, whatever you're doing, architecture, decoration, the sun, look at that. There's going to be growth. First, there's going to be a break even and some work you need to put in to balance out the scales, but things will be balanced. And the sun, there's going to be growth. There's going to be warmth. There's going to be fertility and a harvest. But you have to stay strong and you have to stay on the path. The number 19 could be relevant. The number 10, the number 6, the number 16. 19, January, June, October, August, April, the 26th of April, the 10th, the 6th, the 19th of April, the 1st of April, October 19, October 1st, October 6th, October 10th, October 26th, October 8th, October 22nd, and October 4th. We also have August 6th, August 10th, August 19th, August 1st, August 26th, August 8th, August 4th, and August 22nd, August 16, 7, and then we have June 19th, 1st, 16, 7, and 26, 8, 22, 4, and 10, and also June 6th, okay? As important dates or birthdays or what have you, or it could be, and I just saw the Three of Cups. So there's going to be a celebration on one of these dates, okay? There's a celebration coming. For some of you, also reunion, but a celebration for your hard work and the reward. Work hard, play hard. For Knight of Pentacles, for you staying on track. And it's like slow and steady wins the race here. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo could be in your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, or Mercury. This whole reading is a confirmation that staying on course, being disciplined, honing in on your talents will bring you growth, will bring you warmth, will bring you steadiness and wealth and even health, okay? So keep working. It's not going unnoticed. And you know, the hostilities are a natural part of the process that you're in right now. And you know, in a way it's to be expected because that's just, you know, human nature. In many cases, but just work through this and be yourself. Don't become hostile toward hostilities unless you need to show that you're not to be messed with. So there's a certain strength that you do need to show up with, not necessarily being hostile, but even leading by example with what strength looks like and showing people that it's different to being hostile, okay? It's very different energies. Strength comes from a higher vibration of joy, peace, love, and God energy, and hostility comes from a lower vibrational fear, ego, anxiety, worry, kind of lower vibrational energy. So set the example of what strength looks like, and you may even change people's perspective and people's lives. Okay, so that was your reading. It was a pleasure to read for everyone today. I hope this reading brought you the clarity that you seek. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. It helps the channel. It helps to bring you more. I hope this reading was useful to you. Let me know below how this resonates. If not, choose another option. Have a beautiful day. See you in the next one. Bye for now. All right, welcome. So you chose Brown Bear Spirit. You could have a connection to Native America or Native American ancestry. The number 9, you could be closing a cycle. Bears could be significant, and take time out. Maybe you are taking some time out, or maybe you need to. If this resonates with you, keep holding on to this reading because it's yours. If not, go ahead and choose another option. All right, so there's a time to act and there's a time to focus your attention on some kind of patient strategizing, okay? So maybe you think you need to work hard toward your goals right now, but right now it's like you need to take time to meditate. So it's more a time of like contemplation than necessarily taking action, because you kind of need to recenter yourself to, first of all, maybe you don't even know what you want to do next, so maybe figure that out, because when you move with intention. Set the intention before you take action, basically is what this is saying. Or you may know what you want to do, but you may kind of feel a little lost about how to go about it. Okay, so that's your first message here. If that's resonating, keep watching. If not, choose another option. If you want to leave a little bear emoji below to tell me that this is the pile that you chose, go ahead and do so. All right, so what energies? I need them to come out right side up. What energies are at play in your life right now, currently? The tear. Okay, so maybe you do need to cry. Maybe you've been crying. There could have been a loss in your life here. If that has been the case, I am sorry for your loss. The number 52 and the number 7. It could be that you're releasing something. It could be that you're in mourning. When we're releasing something, especially with the number 9 here, it looks like something big, right? Either a way of life or a chapter in life or a person. And so take your time to let go. Take your time to mourn, to cry. Because again, this is not really a time for you to take action. If you're feeling really pressured, let yourself go with the flow of, really feeling it right now. And don't ignore how you feel right now, because whatever you're feeling, you need to feel it, even to help you figure out what your next step will be. Okay, emeralds could be significant here, or it could be important having an emerald with you at this time. Emerald and gold, I'm also hearing. Maybe you're thinking about getting something emerald and gold, or something gold or something emerald, or maybe someone left you something like that. The sun. Yeah, the sun will come out soon enough, okay? It's not like you're going to be like this for a very long time. There's going to be a time where it's like sun after the rain, sun on your face after a good cry. So you need a good cry, and then the sun will come out, okay? But allow yourself to cry. It's not always going to feel this way. I guess the basic message here is that you're not going to feel this way forever. It's going to go away, and life is going to feel good again. It's going to feel warmer. It's going to feel like there's growth. And I am seeing the lotus flowers here. So yeah, it's really telling me that you've been through a lot, but it's not going to end you. It's not going to destroy you. On the contrary, it's making you, it's like there's some beauty in this pain, and it's almost like your heart is awakening, and it's showing you the beauty of love. And there's a feeling of love that morning is a feeling of love that is flooding you as well. And it's like you're going to transform that into something really, really beautiful. Trine, yeah, things are definitely about to improve in your life very soon. There's going to be more harmony. There's going to be more support coming your way. More, the universe is really going to be very generous with you. Your energy will be restored, okay? But you need to allow yourself the time, take the time out for your energy to restore. Indulge in something. Really take care of yourself right now and take it easy. It's not the time to push right now. It's the time to really recover and bask in those feelings and get some vitamin D, some sun rays, or some time outside in nature to cleanse. You need to cleanse the energy from the past. You need to purify your soul and to feel alive again and to feel that energy coming back. You really need to rest right now and to recover, okay? And we have orphaned. So it could be that this is how you feel, right? The number 5, there have been changes. For some of you, you've lost a parent or a parental figure. And if you have, I really, really am sorry for your loss. Or if you've lost anyone or a relationship or you felt abandoned or you feel like orphaned now from, I don't know, the father or the mother of your children even, right? I did hear that the other day, someone saying that they felt orphaned by the father of their children who is somewhere in the world but chose not to raise their kids together. That is a thing as well. And you feel in some way you've been left alone by someone who should have supported you and shown up for you in that way, and they didn't. Or something happened and they didn't stay in this plane anymore, and it's not really their fault or their decision or their choice. It just happened. But this feeling will change, and you will learn to live with this, and this will bring other kinds of changes. But just allow yourself to feel this, and just know that you're also not alone. There's a lot of people in the same situation right now. If that helps at all to feel that there could be people or a community you could connect with. Whatever you're going through, there's someone out there going through exactly the same thing. And maybe you need to find a support group. Or maybe you just need to feel what you're feeling right now, and that's okay. It is temporary. It's not always going to feel this heavy. It's not always going to feel this sad, because we do have the sun right at the center there, okay? Queen of Pentacles. Yes, right now you really need to take care of your body, your health, what you're eating, how you're sleeping, the water you're drinking, exercise, these very physical things right now, okay? If you need to treat yourself to a shopping spree, or if you need to have another look at your wardrobe, or if you need to enroll in a gym, or if you need to, let's say, go to the doctor, or, try some kind of healing method for your body. That's what you need to be focusing on right now. Embellishing yourself on the outside. There's nothing wrong with that. And, having a good time in nature, spending some time in nature, grounding, or finding some form of exercise that really resonates with you, such as yoga or something else, right? And, the cow in India is I think in some religion is viewed as sacred. So treat yourself as sacred, treat your body as a temple. How would you treat your most valued thing? And that's how you need to treat yourself right now. You could have strong Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, or Mercury. King of Pentacles, wow. Okay, now we have a couple here. We have a married couple. So for some of you, there's been a divorce here, or you've lost your spouse. I'm very sorry if that happened. Now, for others of you, there's after an ending, it could be that you're finding your spouse, okay? So if the first one wasn't for you, you're after something difficult, you're going to find someone who is your match. And you know, whoever you lost, if you lost someone here to divorce or someone who passed on who was a spouse, just know that this person is your match or was your match, okay? Regardless of how things ended up, you know, sometimes people need to heal or they don't see that. I'm not talking about abuse, but I'm just saying here, and you know, if you didn't lose anyone, it's saying take care of yourself, because there's someone coming in to be your spouse, if that's something you're looking for. Or at the very least, someone who will be a long-term stable partner for you. For others of you, I'm seeing a different message here. If you lost a job or if you closed a career cycle, there's going to be some kind of a partnering up in business here with someone who is a match and at your level, and together you're going to be like this power partnership. And you will be able to make a lot of money together. Knight of Cups. For those of you who have divorced or lost a spouse in some way, shape, or form, it seems like there is someone coming in wanting to offer you a serious commitment, taking things to the next level in some way. Or even if you haven't lost a spouse, and you've closed a difficult chapter in your life, there's someone here who is wanting to take things to the next level with you, be that from dating to getting married or moving in or, you know, starting a family. But this right now is being hidden from you, the moon, while you heal, to allow you the time to heal and not be distracted by this. And you're also being called to not overthink things, because there's some good news coming your way. But you right now, yes, the Chariot, things moving forward and some achievements here, especially career achievements, but also achievements when it comes to relationships. Something really beautiful where true love is there. It's sensual, it's loving, it's emotional, it's all those good things. But right now it's being hidden from you because you need to close a chapter very properly, okay, is what this is saying here. So I hope this reading brought you the clarity that you seek. It was a pleasure to read for everyone. If this resonates with you, let me know below. If not, choose another option. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. It helps the channel. It helps to bring you more. Have a beautiful day. See you in the next one. Bye for now. Hello, everyone. So, wow, this was... I've seen this card many times. I've read this card many times. But when the doves cry... Prince, the song, for some reason there's something in those lyrics that either resonates with you or you need to look at. So that's the first thing that came through. The number 21 and the number 3 could be relevant. Be peace. So if you want peace in your life, be peace first and foremost. If you can be at that level of peace, and that is the highest vibration of them all, you know, it's along with authenticity, joy, love, God-like energy is all up there. Peace is getting closer to God. And allowing yourself to be authentic, and being at peace with being authentic, and creating a bubble and a wrap around you of a protection that even if people come at you physically, and sometimes there's nothing we can do about that, we're spiritually protected, okay? And the peace comes from, you know, within, and comes with a level of acceptance as well, that there are certain things that we can't change. And, you know, it's not easy to get there when we're under attack. I kind of want to see the lyrics now of that song, just to... Because to be honest, I'm not very well versed with Prince's lyrics. Prince, when doves cry. Dig, if you will, the picture of you and I engaged in a kiss, okay? The sweat of your body covers me. Can you, my darling, can you picture this? Dream if you can, a courtyard, an ocean of violets in bloom. Animals strike curious poses. They feel the heat between me and you. Okay, so there could be something about a romantic connection here that is calling for you to be at peace. The number 21 is indicating that there's a 3 here. There's progress to be made. I don't know if specifically to do with a relationship, but let's keep moving through. Let's look at the lyrics again. So it's a very like poetry, romantic, sensual, sexy kind of. It's also like a poem. The year 1984 could be relevant. How can you just leave me standing alone in a world that's so cold? Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father, too bold. So there could be a sense of codependency here. Maybe you dealt with someone codependent. Maybe you're the one who's codependent. Maybe 2 people are codependent in a relationship here. Maybe you're just like my mother. She's never satisfied. So this is still someone who is analyzing their parents as well and probably blaming their parents for the way they are when they need to take responsibility for who they are, regardless of who their parents were, because no one has perfect parents. There's something coming through about that. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? Toxicity in a relationship. This is what it sounds like when doves cry. So is someone trying to grapple? Is that the name of it? Grapple? Or understand the dynamics of a relationship. And maybe that's where you're at. Touch, if you will, my stomach. Feel how it trembles inside. You've got the butterflies all tied up. So yes, there's a lot of feelings here, but are they high vibrational? Is this true love, or is this infatuation, or what is this? Don't make me chase you. Even doves have pride. So this is a masculine that doesn't want to chase because of pride, even though there are all these feelings. And it's also a masculine that seems to be very what's the word for it? Enticed by the chase, or very challenged, and they like a challenge. Masculine energy likes a challenge, likes the chase, even though they ask, or they would prefer to stay still, but the chase kind of keeps them involved in some way. How could you just leave me standing? How can you just leave me standing? Yeah, so I think we've dissected the song to the extent that, very superficially, obviously, but there's a dynamic here. Because for some reason the song immediately popped up, and we do see this dove with a crown, so, you crown a prince, and a message of peace. Peace is more important than being right in a relationship, or blaming someone, or finding like a reason why it doesn't matter the reason. It's how you take responsibility for your actions and who you want to be moving forward, regardless, because you do have kids that were raised the exact same way by the same parents, and they come out differently. And some will blame the parents for, something that happened in the way they are, and others will just move forward and use that to level up, right? So the whole message here is use whatever is here to level up, and don't let it leave you stranded. Don't let it leave you stranded or just standing there. Okay, so that's the message here. So the singer is like putting the responsibility on the other person for them to be standing in a world that's so cold, obviously because they feel called toward that person and that person alone. And they feel there's some kind of toxicity that needs to be. They can't blame someone for walking away, or the ring, because there seems to be some kind of commitment that was unspoken with the ring here. And we have the bardo as well. We have the number 50, the number 5, and then we have the number 57, which is also the number 12 and the number 3. So we have angel number 33, master number 33. We have 2112 and 1221, so 2 mirrored numbers, which is also 456, the number 6, and the number 5. Change. Someone here was relying on someone to be more committed, and someone flaked out. and wasn't up to... There's a transition with the Bardo there that you're going through. There's a change that you're going through. And it has something to do with something that was a promise of a connection or connectedness and an expectation. And the ring is also, if you look at the negative here, it's like a starving for connection. So there's definitely a codependency here that is an energy at play in your life currently. And so we need to kind of unpack this and deconstruct this in a way where, you know, again, peace is better than being right. Peace is sometimes better than being in a relationship or getting who you want or what you want or the relationship you want, or pushing toward a connection or trying to get a connection out of someone, or an unconscious repetition of a toxic cycle because you have a certain belief pattern or behavior pattern that is not working out. And so it's almost calling you to, the transition is create a space between you and someone. Give yourself grace, give the other person grace, look for what the truth really is, put your feelings aside, be willing to forgive, to release yourself from the situation. Otherwise it will create more torment and a feeling of, there's also like a feeling of almost like a hallucination here. Things aren't linear, and you need to, like, right now it's like you're being called to really create a space here between you and someone, so that there can be peace, so that there can be progress either way, either together or apart. But it's about not blaming the other one, putting love at the center. If you think and put love at the center, we have Archangel Raphael here, and the number 38 could be relevant as well as the number 11. So love is the highest form, and if you're not showing each other love right now, and all these other toxic things as blaming or guilt tripping or complaining, is very low vibrational. So if you're the one doing this, also take some space and be at peace with yourself. And if you want peace, be peace. So being peace is, you really have to stop complaining and accepting certain things that you can't change and you can't control, and focusing on the things that you can control, which is yourself, your own actions, the things you do with your life, regardless of what other people are doing. Taking some space rather than pushing for a conversation sometimes, or a resolution. Sometimes the resolution is to give it space. And so there need to be some changes here for you to feel at peace, for you to experience more peace. And love is the answer. So be high vibrational, regardless of what other people are doing. And if you can be in that energy of love, of beauty, of really focusing on yourself as beautiful, taking care of your own beauty, taking care of the harmony within yourself, focusing on being more playful and joyful rather than focusing on the problems and the issues and what you want to push for. Stop pushing for it and start receiving and taking care of your body and thinking of other things, being more diplomatic and putting your focus elsewhere. And that makes you more magnetic. Trying to push for something will not make you magnetic, will push things away, right? It's the energy of pushing things further away rather than pulling things toward you. If you want to pull things toward you, first thing you have to do is be at peace and stop all arguing. Stop all wanting. Stop all chasing, if that is the case. And things will naturally happen, even if there aren't the things that you want, right? Just focus on the other things that bring you pleasure in life. So that is where the energies currently seem to be. And if this doesn't resonate with you, that's fine. You can go ahead and choose another option, watch a whole other reading if you want to. And that's fine. But you could have strong Libra in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, or Mercury. And you know, commitment and marriage and best friends and true partnership may be something that you're really good at and is really important to you. And for some reason, you haven't found that in another person, or it's not at your level. And you just need to know that probably you are the better person at partnership and companionship and marriage, right? And maybe you're the one who will give the example. And that's fine. But you also have to accept that not everyone is going to have the same qualities as you do. Five of Wands. Yeah, it's been a challenge. You've been dealing with a lot of challenges and obstacles here, especially pertaining to at least one relationship. And what you need to do is have some kind of renewal and a spark of inspiration in a different direction right now, and to unfocus. And, you know, you're going to discover that there are a lot of things in the world that you need to, or you want to accomplish, that right now need to take center stage. And, you know, and then love and romance and partnership and commitment will come back around to you. But right now it's like 2121. It's repeating that you have to focus on progressing in other things and other worldly things, even with the bee there, you know, working on being a team player and working hard, playing hard, being a joy to be around, finding joy in work and other things. With the web here, weaving your web, you know, and these challenges are all natural, and you will overcome the challenges. Things will change. But yeah, it's showing that's been challenging, it's been turbulent, but it's also showing you how to change. You know, give yourself a chance to set new goals for yourself and dream and follow your dreams and work on your dreams that have nothing to do with this specific relationship. And then love will find you, or love will come together, even if it was with this person or someone else. Love will then find its way back to you. And you know what? I'm seeing a very reciprocal, loving, mutual feelings here with someone who is what's the word for it? Very wise, very mature, just as you are, your match, okay? But it's like it's someone who starts as a friend in some way, and this takes some time to develop. And maybe you already know this person, and maybe this is the person you're here for, and maybe it's not. But if you really take this reading to heart, and if you really listen to it, and you can listen to it many times over if you want, if it helps, or take notes or something like that, you will find your way together. It will happen. It's in your energy. These are the energies currently at play in your life. But you have to understand that there's a natural process here that of challenges that you need to overcome, and taking a focus off things you can control, working on the things you can control, and all the other things that were said in this reading here that are calling for your attention to put your attention elsewhere. So I hope this reading was somehow clarifying to you. If it was, let me know how in the below. It would be interesting to see how this reading is for different people. It was a pleasure to read for everyone. Thank you so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes. It really helps the channel. It helps me bring you more. Have a beautiful day, and see you in the next one. Bye for now.